When it comes to battle shonen, few are as popular and as thrilling as One Piece. For over 2 decades, One Piece has dominated manga sales with its keen ability to enrapture fans with an era of pirates all racing towards a single treasure. But there's more than adventure in these waters, and One Piece is no stranger to an all-out brawl with fists, swords, and magic powers. Luffy has led his Straw Hat crew through the Grand Line with an unwavering spirit and a pistol-like punch. But even a powerful devil fruit user isn't immune to taking a beating. Despite that, fans can't always count on Luffy defying the odds and overcoming even the strongest of opponents. But before we start this video, please smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click notification bell, or you will miss future anime videos. Crocodile. When the Straw Hats entered the Grand Line, they did so knowing they were going to encounter foes with a power level far beyond any they faced previously. The first significant example was Warlord and Secret Dictator, Crocodile. Crocodile's Sand Devil Fruit posed an incredible threat to Luffy, who couldn't manage to land even a single blow for most of their battles. It was only due to Luffy's ingenious idea to wet Crocodile's sand that he stood a chance, a slight one. Rob Lucci. Lucci was introduced as the powerful and mysterious CP9 leader in One Piece's Water 7 saga. Fans still claim that Luffy's encounter with Lucci during this arc's climax is one of the best fights One Piece will ever have. This saga saw Luffy's iconic gear powers introduction and development, which were put to the test against the CP9 assassin. Though Luffy almost lost, it was during this fight that he proved just how dangerous he could be towards the world government. Enel versus Luffy was probably the biggest mismatch in One Piece history. During his introduction within the Skypiea saga, Enel was by far the most dangerous and powerful foe One Piece fans had ever met. With his ability to control and become lightning alongside one of the most powerful observation hackies fans have ever seen, Enel was a villain truly fitting the god title. Luffy managed to survive and defeat Enel solely because his devil fruit power provided him a unique counter being rubber, and thus immune to electricity. Without that, Luffy would have surely died in this battle. Luffy fought an entire army at Marineford. One Piece fights are primarily filled with single characters facing off against each other. It is a 1 versus 1 series that sees Luffy facing off against a big, bad villain. But during the Marineford arc, viewers saw a different take on One Piece combat when Luffy had to traverse the battlefield of a major war and fight his way through hundreds of pirates and soldiers alike. Luffy may not have saved his brother Ace, but he did survive against all odds. Magellan. Rarely in One Piece is the threat of dying truly on the table. Even in the few examples of a character's death, it has never been a Straw Hat member. While fans obviously knew Luffy couldn't just die in the middle of One Piece's story, he had never been quite as close to death as in his fight versus Magellan. This battle would put such a significant strain on Luffy that his only chance at survival was through painful hormone injections from Ivankov. Cracker. It's not uncommon in One Piece for Luffy to have to fight more than one opponent throughout the length of an arc, while the big boss is almost always reserved for the Straw Hat captain. Sometimes a few mini-bosses stand in his way. In these cases, Luffy has the dirty job of taking care of the little guys. In Whole Cake Island, fans saw that even the little guys can do some big damage. Before Luffy's encounter with Katakuri, he nearly lost to the unique, nearly unbeatable powers of Big Mom's son, Cracker. Gecko Moria. Though the Thriller Bark saga isn't fondly remembered among fans, is no doubt one of the story's most important sections from a thematic standpoint. The Straw Hats were on the cusp of entering the New World and facing the 4 emperors. Gecko Moria and his Thriller Bark zombies reminded the Straw Hats just how weak they were. Though Luffy won this fight, the energy required left him so weak that he was vulnerable to the following attack. While he beat Gecko Moria, Moria would be the reason he lost to Kuma moments after. Doflamingo. After the Marineford arc, One Piece went through a 2-year time skip which saw the Straw Hat crew level up in one way or another. Doflamingo was one of the first major villains that Luffy and the Straw Hats would have to face immediately after the time skip. Doflamingo would be a test for Luffy's new powers, and to see if he was truly up to the task of defeating the 4 Emperors, while Luffy was able to win. It was one of the longest fights in One Piece due to just how powerful Doflamingo was. Katakuri. Throughout One Piece, Luffy has always faced foes with the fist-first mentality. The Straw Hat captain has been a true brawler through and through, but as the Straw Hats venture further into new territory and face stronger goals, even Luffy needed to start thinking more carefully about his battle strategy. During his fight in Whole Cake Island against Katakuri, fans saw Luffy make his most drastic progress yet. No villain has pushed Luffy as far as Katakuri did, and while Luffy nearly died in the process, the growth he underwent as a result made it worth it. Kaido. As One Piece's story passes its 2nd decade, Luffy's strongest opponent has passed from one character to the next more than a couple of times, but as the Straw Hats dwell within Wano, fans may be looking at the final victor. As one of the 4 Emperors, Kaido is a man with titanic strength and power, and it is hard to imagine how Luffy will be able to pull off a win against him. While the two have clashed fists before, Luffy has never even come close to winning. More importantly, he has never lost, and instead has just needed to pull off a tactical retreat.